Hey y'all, whether it's morning, evening, or afternoon, I'm just glad that you guys had decided to vibe with E. Yes, the one and only E. Hey y'all, what's up? What's poppin'? I hope you all are having an amazing day, and I hope y'all all had an amazing weekend as well. Also, I hope the month of May has been treating you well, and if it has not, I hope it gets better with today's lesson of the day. So, if you're new here, every last Wednesday of the month, I do something called Wellness Wednesday 101, and it just impacts with things that new techniques that I had created for you guys to impact your wellness, such as reflecting on things that has happened during the month and what you want to reflect on when the new month comes in or times down the line or whatever the case may be. So wellness 101, the lessons is just impact on like things that impact with your mental being within things that can help you on a daily as well. Not even just reflecting on the month, but also reflecting on your life as a whole. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, if you guys are on the move or at home, I hope you guys just sit back, relax, enjoy listening to my voice, whether I'm on the speakers, AirPods, Beats, whatever the case may be. I hope you all are real comfortable so you can be able to hear today's wellness one-on-one lesson. So let's get into it. So today's wellness one-on-one lesson is lesson 3, taking control. And the reason why today's lesson is taking control because if you're new here, once again, in the beginning of the year, I said that we're taking control, taking risks, being selfish, and doing things for us. So with that being said, you got to take things into your power. You got to make sure that when it impacts with your wellness too, you want to make sure that everything you do, not even just wellness, everything as a whole, as in your life, you want to take control of everything. You don't, want to feel like you're not managing things such as like taking control of your health, wellness, body, fitness, mind, personal stuff like that. So I feel as though it's very important to have this said to y'all because I know at times we don't take control on things that we need to. And why not start, doing it now by me helping you with the techniques. So as I mentioned that when it comes to, I said, the beginning of the year, you're taking control, you're being selfish, you're taking that risk, and you're doing things that you never done before. So just being able to do for you, be selfish, take control, do things that you never really thought you could do. Okay, so let's get into it. So I know a lot of people are thinking like, okay, taking control, but taking control, like, what does that have to do with my wellness? Well, actually, it has a lot to do with your wellness, and I'm gonna tell you now. So, what does taking control meaning impacting individuals and their life? Well, by taking control of one's life, one avoids being passionate, influenced by extra circumstances, taking responsibility for one's actions and results, meaning setting clear goals and making wise choices and taking responsibilities for one's actions. As a result, their confidence, satisfaction, and overall well being increase, as well as creating a path aligned with their values and aspirations. Individuals can achieve greater success and growth by taking a practice approach to challenges. So with that being said, y'all, just taking control of the things that you want to do within like your actions, something you've been manifesting, praying on, whatever the case may be, especially when it comes to yourself, do it. Just and it impacts your life for the good or the bad. Just take that responsibility for your actions, with the results, the goals, the wise choice that you made, and taking the responsibility as well as accountability for what's coming your way when you take these actions. When people say take these actions or take accountability or take precaution, it all falls into the same thing. As well as when it comes to your well-being, for example, if you want to take the control of your well-being by being able to, have that 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, whatever mere conversation or having meditation or whatever the thing is, take that control and do it. And every time you do it, you manifest it. For me, like, I've been taking control of getting closer to God. Every morning I'm reading the prayers, getting myself together, praying every day at 5:50 p.m. So just taking control of things that impacts with your wellness and what you've been manifesting and been dreaming for and everything like that, do it because time waits for nobody. Okay? So who are the individuals that influence decisions, and how can they ensure that impact is positive by taking control of their life? So with that being said, like, who can help you taking control of things in your life? Like, who is behind you? Who's your support system when it comes to anything impacting your life? Just taking control, no matter how big or small the scenario is, when it comes to you taking action, who is there for you? Who is your support system overall? Typically, family, friends, mentors, and colleagues influence decisions. They can make a positive impact by providing constructive feedback and encouraging personal growth and setting a good example. These influencers can disseminate the benefits of self-discipline, goal settings, and resentance by taking control of their own lives through inspiring others to follow in their footsteps. So like I mentioned, even if it is like, say, like on a personal level, within taking control of buying a house, getting a car, stepping out into doing things that you've never done, trying things that you've been manifesting and praying for, most of the time, whoever is in your support system, such as your family and close friends, those are the ones that you want to talk to about this, especially when it impacts to taking control on doing it, because they're the ones that's going to help you and help you with your self-esteem, boost your self-esteem up, be like, look, you want it, go get it, take that risk, claim it, take control of it, take it as by any means, because this is for you, you've been manifesting, you've been putting in the work for it, so why not? As well as on a professional level, when it comes to any type of employment level, you can also have your managers and your close colleagues that are also there to help you within taking control of whatever it is that you want to take control of. You want to get promoted, you want to do this with a team, you want to do that, whatever the case may be, start your own business, whatever it is, it's people in your corner that's willing to see you win. All you have to do is put in the work and make sure that you see that dream comes to reality. Make sure you have that blueprint. And if you're new here, I'm big on the blueprint. The blueprint is to help you map out everything that you want, manifest, and you want to take control of. So I guarantee y'all make them plans, write it down, draw it out, whatever the case may be. Just make sure you have that blueprint. So when it's time for you to take control of it, you can display it to the people, or wait to display it to your people to tell them like, hey, look, I'm trying to take control of this. I want this. I want, like, you need some support. And by you having people in your corner that support you, it makes it even more better than not having no one at all. Because at times, y'all, I understand that we don't want to share everything to people. And that's okay, because like I said, this is Wellness 101. At times, you don't want people to mess up your wellness. You don't want people to be in your business. You don't want people taking control of what you got going on. However, in certain cases, we're human. We need to communicate with each other. Even though at times it is hard to communicate with each other, but at the end of the day, we're surrounded by humans all day. We understand each other on a certain type of levels. So when it comes to being able to take control and helping you manifest on taking control on things, and whatever the case may be on a personal or professional level, it is a great opportunity and time to talk it over with people that you consider to be your village. The people that support you. Don't talk to just anybody that don't support you. Because I'm telling you, even though, you tell these people, yeah, I want to do this, I want to do that, be careful, because people are envy of you. Even though at times you live and you learn, but you don't want to go through those chapters. Especially when you get older, it's like, look, you should know who's real and who's not, and who's good for your wellness and who's not. So when I say this to say, when it comes to anything in your life, who is influencing you, such as helping you and guiding you within taking control or whatever the case may be, please make sure it's them people that have been there for you since day one. When they seen the good and the bad, they push you, you push them. That's another thing too. You can reach out to them, but you always have to remember too, you're reaching out to them, you got to make sure they can reach out to you as well. So it's levels to it, especially when it comes to you being there for them and them being there for you, especially when it comes to taking control of something. Even if it's you or them that wants to take control on something in their life or wants to do certain things, just, get the same energy, okay? So what goals do individuals want to achieve to feel more in control of their life? So with that being said, like I mentioned, a lot of people have these things in their life where they want to do, but in order for you to do it, you have to manifest it first, but also put in the work. You can't just manifest something and not taking no type of control or action on it. Such as saying, like, you manifest you want this big luxury car. Okay, you manifesting it, but what are you doing to get in it? What type of actions are you taking control of, putting the work in, with impacting your wellness? How can this impact your wellness for the better? By you taking control of it, you manifesting and praying on it. Yes, that's good. And then that's the first step. But how are you taking control for your wellness? How are you putting it in? How are you mentally feeling? How are you physically feeling? If that makes sense. So with that being said, a person may want to improve their physical health, advance their career, build financial stability, and foster meaningful relationships to feel more in control of their life. The goal might include exercising regularly, learning new skills or certifications, creating a budget, a saving plan, and spending time with family and friends. As a result of achieving these objectives, individuals can feel more empowered and satisfied, leading to great overall satisfaction and self-confidence. So with that being said, like I broke it down somewhat, a person that wants to take control of their life, they manifest it, and then they got to put in the work. Such as overall when it comes to your physical health. Even if you are like, if you feel like you're unhealthy, do your research on what you need to do, manifest it, and start that plan. Like me, last year around this time, I said I feel unhealthy. I went to the gym, started eating right, and then, the thing is also, too, when you take control, you got to stick to it. I stick to it for a good 2 months, and that was it. And every day I be like, I'm going to do it again, I'm going to do it again. And it's okay if you start it and you don't finish it, because you can always go back. However, don't start something and then you just cannot go back at all, because it makes you frustrated and it makes you feel like, okay, I took control of this back then, but now I can't control it now. And it's okay for that too. You just have to gain that confidence back. Even though it takes time for us to gain confidence back, such as just getting ourselves together, feeling like ourselves again, finding a new norm, because there's no such thing as going back to normal. Say if something goes on in your life, you'd be like, I want things to go back to normal. It's no such thing. You have to find your new norm, because everything you do in life, yes, is hard, is new, but you're learning every day. You're learning every day. Every day you're doing something, or whatever the case may be, you're learning, starting over, and you're learning something new about yourself and others around you. So when it comes to your physical health, like I mentioned, if you want to take control on losing that weight, going to the gym, jogging, meditation, whatever the case may be, do it. Do your research, have a blueprint, manifest, pray on it, do the blueprint, and get to work. I'm telling you, it's going to pay off. Even if you do it for a short period of time, it's okay. You just know you took control of it and you claimed it. You can always go back, okay? But just keep in mind, time waits for no one. So be very careful. Next is the advancing your career. So with that being said, for anybody that is in school or graduating or whatever the case may be, congratulations to you for one, because college is not easy. Trade schools, whatever the case may be, it is not easy at all, as well as high school. If you graduate from high school, community college, trade schools, whatever the case may be, I'm proud of y'all, because it's not easy. And when it comes to achieving the career goals you want, is definitely not easy. So I always tell people, and I tell myself, you want it, you gotta claim it, you gotta manifest it, you gotta pray on it, you gotta do your research, you gotta make sure you're doing everything in your power to manifest. And also keep in mind that this is yours. Claim it now. So once you achieve that career goal and you get what you've been asking and praying and waiting for, you get into it, your feet already in the door, it's like, dang, I took control of this. I'm so glad that I took control of this, because I feel comfortable now, especially when it comes to any type of career, even building your own career, whatever the case may be. Claim it. Take control of it. Just by taking control of any and everything that you want, it's the best feeling in the world. Even if you take control and it don't happen right away, it's okay. Start over, go back to the drawing board, see what happens, see what you need to do, see what you need to cut out. It's okay, long as you're able to take that control, take that risk, and don't sit back and wait for it to just fall in your lap, because nothing falls in our lap. is impossible. Because if it was, I feel like I wouldn't rich by now. So, like, you can't just manifest something and don't take control of it. Say like, oh, I want a new car. It's not going to magically pop up. You can manifest it, pray on it, and put in the work. If you got to work extra hours to get the money to it, do it. You doing your research, talking to people, doing whatever you need to do to take control, to claim whatever is yours. Do it, because I'm telling y'all, nobody's going to hand it to you, and it's not going to fall in your lap. Whatever you want to do, baby, you have to go out there and get it. And with this impacting your wellness, you got to keep in mind, take control of your actions. Take control of what you want. Whatever it is, no matter how big or small it is, take control. Claim it. Because I'm telling y'all, like I say, time waits for nobody. And whatever you want, you got to go get it. I don't care how old you are. I don't care what you got, where you live at, what you are, whatever. You want it, go get it. Claim it. Take control of your actions. Take control of the manifestations, the wishes, and prayers, all that. Because it impacts your wellness. And it also impacts who you are as a person. Okay? When it comes to building, next comes to building financial stability. Now, this one is a tough one because it is hard at times to take control of your financial aid. It is kind of hard, especially, going to school, working 2 or 3 jobs like I have, haven't had, here and there. Well, let's just say have, doing now. It's hard. And at times, summertime is always where it kicks you. It kicks you because it's like, okay, taking control of saving money, but it's also like, too, dang, when you walk out the door, it's like, boom, $40. Ding, $60. 100, 2, 3, 4. So it's like, not even gonna lie to y'all. It takes time. I tell people all the time, you get paid, start off slow. Start off little. Save $50 to the side. Every paycheck you get, save 50. You get a good paycheck, if you work doubles with all that, try 100. Or if you work at a good job, baby, I'd suggest you, save, up to $200, $300, $400 to the side. Just start off small with your financial aid stability. Even if you do or do not work 2 jobs, 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs, like most people out here, like me do, you gotta really take control of what you want. And by that, you have to have discipline. You got to take that control on disciplining yourself. Yes, at times it is hard to, discipline yourself because, you want to spoil, you want to treat yourself. But you got to take control on what you need and what you don't need. Having financial stability is one of the many things that people fail to realize is going to help you in the long run, as well as having good credit. So take that control on making sure your financial stability is in check, because I'm telling you, once you get older, you want to buy luxury cars, you want to be in these big old houses, you want to buy luxury things, but you got to make sure you financially stable and have some good credit. So by doing that, y'all, if right now it's not good, take that control right now. Let's sit down and map it out. Be like, look, all right, I want to do this, but I got to make sure I got this, because you never know. Also, a rainy day, something happens. If you don't have the money on the side, you're messed up. And you got to make sure you have something on the side just in case if anything is to happen. So you also got to think a little deeper. See, me, I'm a 2-sided thinker. I dig deeper. What if this don't work? And you got to have another plan. Even though at times people be like, I want the first plan to work. Yeah, but sometimes you always have to have a backup. You got to think a little deeper. Because you got to take control on, okay, this may work. However, if this don't, I got a backup plan that's going to also help me when it comes to taking control of any and anything going on, just in case, The other thing that we're going to talk about that I mentioned is fostering meaningful relationships. With that being said, me and my best friend recently, we just went out and we had a conversation on having a friend group. The thing about it is, with friend groups, when you get older, you really got to be careful of who you bring around you. Because, like I said, their mindset may not be the same as yours, as well as when it comes to your wellness, mental, everything of the source. However, if you want to have those meaningful friendships, relationships, take the control, sit down and have a conversation with people. I feel as though when I want to have that time to take control and say, look, being the bigger person, like, look, I don't want to text you. I don't want to text all day. We need to meet face to face, or we need to see you on FaceTime. I'd rather be face to face because I want to see your face. I want you to feel my emotions. And when it comes to taking control, regardless if it's good or bad within a friendship or relationship, you got to remember, you're doing this for you. If the person don't understand why you keeping your distance, and you tell them why, and they try to say, oh, this what we doing now, this how you gonna do me, they're not your friend. On the other side, they understand why you had to tell them, like, look, I can't do this right now, I can't do that because I'm focused on this. I'm taking control of myself, taking control of the things I need to pay more attention to, or whatever the case may be. Then you're good. If they understand where you're coming from. And it's always people that don't, like I mentioned. You gotta be very clear, and you gotta read between the lines, because like I told my best friend, I say it every time. I think I said it last episode too, with human connections. People come for a season, and people are here for a reason. You can see who's here for a reason within lifetimes ahead, and you can see who's here for a season. Okay, they're only here for a couple months or a year or two. Even, I'm not trying to say, put a time limit on it, but I'm letting you know, even within relationships too, like, in the beginning, it's all good and dandy, he or she making you feel good, you're taking that control of, like, oh, I love it here and stuff, but you gotta map out how long they gonna be here, as well as relationships. Some of the ones that we didn't want to end had to end because of, hey, they was here for a season, and they wasn't here for a reason. And that's okay. Long as they took the control and told you what was up, and then you told them what was up, whatever the case may be, and y'all talked about it, is okay. However, as well, like I say all the time, you got to be able to take control of your actions, accountability, your feelings, as well as your wellness, because regardless how good something could be, sometimes it can be bad. But you also got to remember, you are in charge of everything that is happening in your life. You are the pilot to your plane. Everything you do, say, you take control of it. And if nobody respects it, they can go. You chuck them deuces up, baby, and they gone. Just say, I'm gone. It's like taking control of something that's either big or small in your life. At times, you don't even have to go into detail about it, because people be like, oh, that's what we doing. You got to remember not to be selfish, but at times you have to be selfish. If you're a person that's always there for people like me, and you really don't tell, a lot about you, like, you don't speak on your problems because, you're the people's pleaser. You don't want nobody pleasing you. You're the giver, and you don't want to, you don't really get a lot of receiving back. And it's okay, because you receive your blessings one way or another. Okay? Sometimes you got to take that control and take accountability. Like, look, I'm here for a reason. I'm doing this for a reason. Whoever's in my life right now have been there for plus years, they're here for a reason. And who've been here on and off, they're here for a season, and I'm not in the mood for that. And when you get older, you realize, like, a lot of things are played out. And I realized that, like, when I've been praying and stuff like that, I realized a lot of people, day by day, that I don't fool with no more, and I read between the lines, I go back. Most of us ended off on good terms, but this wasn't no bad blood. And some, it's just like, dang, it's crazy how it happened. But I'm glad I took that control of standing up for myself and my well-being, because they were not being truthful, and they were not respecting my boundaries as well as I was respecting them. And I know y'all all have felt that way, regardless if it's family members, close friends, spouse, work-related, whatever the case may be. You're human. You're entitled to feel the way you feel. You're entitled to control anything that happens in your life, good, bad, big, or small. It don't matter. Because one thing's for certain, two things for sure, I'll be darned if I let anybody come between what I'm doing and try to take control of me, okay? So with that being said, y'all, just keep in mind that your wellness, take control of it. Anything in your life, take control of it, because you are in charge. Whatever it is, you are in charge. Okay? You're in charge. Take control of things that matters to you. You want to spend time with your family more? Take control of it. Do things, plan events. You want to go out and date. Do it. Take control on every little thing you want to do. Go back to school. But have that blueprint. Take control. Claim, manifest, pray on it. Everything you do from now on, manifest it, pray on it, blueprint, do it. And it's going to come out. It's going to come the way you want it to do. When do individuals plan to take actionable steps towards their goals, and what is their timeline for achieving them? So with this being said, when a person is taking control, how long does it take? Or does it take long, like I mentioned? So when a person sets clear, specific, and measurable goals, he or she usually plans to take actionable steps towards reaching those goals. A short-term goal might be set within a month, and a long-term goal may be span several years. To maintain focus and motivation, many create detailed timelines that breaks down large goals into smaller, manageable tasks. These plans should be reviewed and adjusted regularly to ensure that they stay on track and make steady progress toward their goals. So with that being said, y'all, you ever heard of long-term, short-term goals? Long-term goals, that's what we think of the most. Long-term, such as like 5 years from now, I expect to be blah, blah, blah. 5 years from now, blah, blah, blah. 10 years, 15, 20, etc. We always think long-term, but we never really think short-term. We never really take control of short-term because we're thinking of long-term. We're thinking about years ahead instead of thinking about what's right now. And I understand, right now, sometimes we be like, okay, right now, I'm not in a place I want to be, but I'm working to take control to make sure in 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, etc. years from now, I'm going to be everything I claim, everything I manifest, prayed, blueprinted, mapped out and did it will be there. However, when it comes to taking control of short-term goals, we don't really manifest, pray on them, or really plan them out to see the outcome. Now, I know a lot of people be like, oh my gosh, like, I do that. Or some people be like, no, I pay more attention than short-term because, who knows if I don't make it to see the 5, 10, 15, 20. And that's okay as well. What I'm going to say is, regardless, short or long term, take control of both. Map it out. And I always, when I was in school or in the summer program I used to go to, they would always tell us all the time, map out your short term, long term. My long term goals be longer than my short term goals because I'm thinking broader. Short term, I was like, I just hope I get little stuff, a permit, a car, have enough money in my savings, stuff like that. But that's important too because that's also impacting with taking control of your life, so it can also impact with your long-term goals. My long-term goals was get them degrees within this amount of time. By the age of 20 something, I should be able to look back and be like, okay, I got this degree, got that degree. I was able to get all my education out the way. My long-term goals always impact with education or doing things that impact with me, such as the podcast, education, and maybe even writing a book. That's still on the table. Even if you ever wrote those letters to yourself, I remember when I was in the program that was helping me over the summer prepare for high school. It's so crazy, at my school I go to now, that's where we would go to the program. And I remember the exact room, the building where I sat at when I wrote this letter to myself. And when I found those letters, I bust out. I laughed and then I bust out crying because when I looked at the letters, write this to yourself in 5, 10 years from now. And I was like, whoa, I was able to graduate high school with a good GPA. I'm on degree number 2. So I told myself I want 3 or 4 degrees. I'm on degree number 2. Help young children or help the youth, period, within any and anything that you want, or even it's education, whatever the case may be. I've done that. And about to do that now in my internship. And write a book. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, when y'all manifest stuff, write it down. Just manifest, pray on it. Write it down and claim it while you're putting in the work, taking control of it. I'm telling y'all, that's one of the amazing things that can ever help your wellness. I'm telling y'all. So I just want y'all, like, maybe after you guys listen to me, or while you listen to me now, just jot a few things that you want to take control of in your life, especially when it comes to short-term and long-term goals. So short-term goals, I think of like, couple days, weeks, months from now. Long-term, we think in 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now. Whichever route you do, that's cool. But I want y'all to focus on taking control of both. Short term, like I said, me just getting my license, getting a nice car, saving saving a good amount of money, and just being happy and taking control of my wellness, because it takes time to, see the results that I want to. And it's okay. It's going to take you some time, but as long as you do it, just do it like Nike. So whenever you have a free time, or right now, just, jot down your short-term and long-term goals. I keep saying girls. How am I saying girls? But short-term and long-term goals. And then, hide it somewhere. That's how we had to do for the letters, hide it somewhere. And mine is in my closet, all the way on the top shelf. And I seen the envelope, y'all. The envelope so raggedy. I was like, geez. Because on the card, it had a quote, a nice quote, and you wrote on the back of it what it is. Because at the time, so a little story time, at the time when I wrote the letters, me and my best friend, we was in the program together. And the lady who had it, I forgot her name, she was really nice. She had a mirror for us, so we had to look in the mirror, and she'd be like, what do you see right now, such as your short-term goal, and what do you see long-term? And then she had these quotes on the back, the front, and on the back we had to write what the quote means to us. And then she had another index card that said, okay, write this little letter to yourself to say, what do you expect the next time you see this? So, like, back then, y'all, I think it was like, this is 2024. Back then, it was 17. I found these letters, I believe, in 2022 or 23. So, it was like 5 or 6 years gap. Yeah, 5 or 6 year gap. When I found it, I was like, whoa. And in 2017, I believe I was going to the 10th grade. If I was going to the 10th grade, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, going to the 10th grade. One of them. Whatever. Yeah, going to the 10th grade. And now I'm a senior in college. I was like, whoa. Just little things like that, y'all. Just writing little notes to yourself and then hiding them somewhere. And come back a year or two, a couple years from now and finding it. Check off what you manifest on. Check off what you took control and said you were going to do. Check off what you did. And if you haven't done it yet, it's okay. Same thing with a vision board. I've been doing a vision board since last year. One of my friends, we did a vision board on Canvas. And I did it. Most of the stuff that was on my vision board for 2023, it was 50-50. Did and I didn't do. That's okay. And if I didn't do it, it's like your short-term, long-term goals. My short-term and long-term goals. If whatever I didn't do, I put it on the new vision board for 2024. You see the pros and cons, y'all. Not the pros and cons. You see what I'm getting. You see what I'm doing here. So just do little things to take control of whatever you want to do in life, no matter how big or small it is. Take the accountability. Take that risk on doing it, because while you taking control of it, it's going to feel amazing. It's going to help your well-being. Even if you don't do it right away, it's okay. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Now. So where do individuals need to focus their energy and resources to make the significant processes in their life, such as impacting with your short-term and long-term goals? To make the most significant process in your life, individuals should focus on their energy and resources on areas aligned with their care values and long-term goals. There are stability benefits to developing your personal skills, achieving your career, managing your finances, building healthy relationships, developing skills, building a strong support network, and maintaining a physical and mental well-being are also important. These can enhance an individual's success and growth by creating a balanced and fulfilling life. So as I said, like, it doesn't matter what time in your life, long as you're doing it. Such as, like I mentioned, when it comes to where, it doesn't matter. Long as you set them goals for yourself. Them short-term goals, okay, like a few weeks from now, where will I be at? This is where I'll be. A few months from now, this is where I'll be. A few years from now, this is where I'll be. Long as you manifest, pray on it, take that, write it down, take that action, you're good. Take control of what you want. Just manifest on these things. Remember them, write them down, do whatever you got to do, make a song, whatever, because this is impacting you. Do what makes you happy and do what is going to make sense. Do what's going to help your well-being, your wellness within taking control of your life. You don't want nobody being the narrator of your story. You don't want nobody narrating your story and they don't narrate it right. Ooh, y'all like that one, don't y'all? You're the author of your story. Nobody can control that unless you pay them to do that. But me, I feel like as a person, you should be the only one navigating your story. You should be the only one driving the boat. You should be the only one, the pilot. Whatever, big term things, the president, the CEO, whatever, you should be the only one taking control of what matters to you. Don't have nobody else, in your corner doing that. When you were little, when you with your mom, dad, sisters, brother, grandma, auntie, uncle, whoever, or your guardian, they were taking control of your life. But when you get to a certain age in your life, you're the one taking control of everything you do, no matter how big or small it is. Take control of your actions. Take control of every little thing. Because I'm telling you, every little thing is going to be all right. Even if you start those goals and you don't finish, you can always come back. But always remember that you took control. You did it. You took that risk and you did it. Okay? Lastly, why is taking control of your life important? And what underlying motivation drives this desire for individuals? Taking control of your life is important because it leads to a greater sense of independence, fulfillment, and purpose. It allows individuals to align their actions with their values and aspirations, results in increasing satisfaction and reduced stress. It is often motivated by the desire for happiness, the desire for stability, and the desire to reach one's potential. Taking control of life's challenges will enable people to navigate it more effectively and live meaningful and fulfillment lives. So with that being said, y'all, take that risk. It's going to help you mentally and physically. By taking control of your life, it's important because it leads a sense of independence. Like you did this for you. You're your own man. You're your own woman. Are you taking control of what matters to you? This is what you want. You took control on it. You manifest on it. You prayed on it. You had the blueprint and you did it. That's what the overall is. Why is it important and why does it help you for your well-being? Because it has a sense of independence. You'll feel fulfillment and you feel like you did it with a purpose and you have a purpose. No matter how big or small it is, you have a purpose. It allows you to align on your actions. So what you see and what you do, and you can see it physically, it impacts you. The values and your values and your morals, it helps you more within that as well. And as well as it helps you release stress. By taking control of any and everything you want to do in life, no matter how big or small it is, I know y'all tired of hearing me saying it, but it's true. It helps you. By, you having a bad day, and then you like, what, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. In the end, it makes you feel good. All that you were feeling in the, early in the day, it wipes away. Because you took control of, okay, I'm not going to feel this way no more. I'm not going to be sad no more. I'm not going to have this pain no more. I'm not going to cry all day. I'm going to take control of making sure that my wellness is intact. I'm taking control of me. I'm doing for me. So I want y'all to keep this in mind. Everything you do is for you. Say, I'm doing this for me. I'm taking control of me. I'm doing for me. I'm going to manifest on whatever I want to manifest, what I want. I'm praying on any and everything that I need, and also giving thanks to who I believe in. I'm going to put the work in, write it down, jot it down if I have to, and then I'm in the race to get to first place. Even if I don't get it right away, just know I'm in the race regardless, because I took that control and I took that oath on faith, and I'm doing it. And it's helping me with my mental and my well-being and physical. Because it's something that I manifest, prayed for, and I did it. Jotted down and did it. Okay. Whew, that made me feel good. That had me like, Got my energy like, yes, yes, yes. See? Yes, take it from me. And just to summarize today's wellness one-on-one lesson, 4, lesson 4. Make sure this is lesson 4, because y'all, it's been some months. It's been a while. It's lesson 3. Sorry, y'all. Lesson 4 is next month. So just to summarize today's wellness one-on-one, lesson 3, taking control of your life is essential for individuals because it directly impacts your overall wellness. By achieving, managing the choices, and setting clear goals, people can align their actions with their personal values and aspirations, leading to greatness, satisfaction, and reducing stress. This practice approach fosters a sense of empowerment and having just the courage, which ones for your mental and emotional well-being. Having control over one's life enables better handling of challenges and uncertainty, contributes to a more balanced and fulfilling experience. Nevertheless, taking control is a fulfillment to achieve personal happiness and long-term health. Okay? And I want y'all to think of these, and I want y'all to ask yourself these questions. Okay? I want y'all to ask yourself 2 questions. What actions or challenges have you made to take control of your life, and how have these actions impacted your overall wellness? 2, lastly, how do you balance taking control of your personal and professional life to ensure its positive affects your mental and physical health? So how do you balance taking control of your personal and professional life to ensure its positive effect your mental and physical health? There you go. So without further ado, I thank you guys all so very much for taking the time out of your busy days to listen to the one and only E. I wish you all nothing but peace and blessings and happiness that you guys deserve. I hope you all have an amazing day. If you're going outside on this beautiful day, please be safe out here because it is, it's coming to summertime. Please stay hydrated and please stay on your P's and Q's. And as always, please, 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 give yourself some time to have some me time. Accept you for who you are. Please pay attention to your wellness. Please pay attention to everything involved in your life. Take control of your actions. Whatever you want to do, your mental, your physical, whatever it is. Please be nice. Please be kind to yourself and others. And as always, you guys will hear from me next Wednesday. I love you all. Please stay safe. Be careful. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to text me. Feel free to reach out to me on Instagram at vibing.with.e. And yeah, you guys will hear from me next week. Bye.